5. Rich, I was mentioning I was at the Animal Hero Awards the other night, and Scarlett the Beagle was a real star. Recently won the Inspirational Animal of the Year. Well, that was there. Didn't have the best start in life, spending 2 years in a toxicology lab. Beagles are used, of course, because they're very biddable, and she still has PTSD. Different life after being rescued, though. Phil and Janie Green, you rescued her, and you've got her right at the front of the movement to stop this. How is she?
Scarlett is doing just fantastic. She still has a lot of PTSD, but we give her the best life, the life she deserves. She has lovely walks in the forest. She gives us huge amounts of love, and we're so proud that she's the face of the campaign for Life on Earth.
What happened to her?
Well, we don't know exactly what happened because that's kept a secret. What the beagles go through, that's a condition for their release. But we know the sort of things that go on in the labs, the sort of treatments they do, and we can deduce from the sort of PTSD symptoms she suffered that she is likely to have been physically, restrained with belts and an inhalation jacket. And she has major issues with eating, so we suspect that she's had a tube stuck down her throat and had toxins administered directly into the stomach. And when they do these toxicology tests, they'll do that for 90 days in a row. No pain relief, no anaesthetic, because that could interfere with the test results. She will have endured at least one bout of 90 days toxicology testing, if not more.
As we watched it the other night, and there was a gasp in the room when they showed undercover footage, and my wife was very upset. She said, "I'd no idea this was going on in this country in 2018. I think a lot of people would be surprised that this is happening.
Yes, Nicky. It's a huge financial industry, the vivisection industry. It's a vested interest to keep it going. There's a 70-year-old law that keeps animal testing in place that says that any new drug or product needs to be tested on 2 animals, usually a dog and a rodent.
Now, you believe this is not necessary. You believe you have the science behind you, but there are others who say, look, ultimately, we have to do this because we have to test these toxins, and we have to test these toxins for humans and also animals.
The reason we have to do the test is because the law says we have to do the test. But there's overwhelming scientific evidence that's been coming forward to suggest that when you test on an animal, you cannot predict the effect on a human. So you get many false positives where something tests on an animal that fails on a human, and you get the reverse where you get a test on an animal that's failed, so that drug could be written off, even though it could be suitable for humans. And there's some very notable examples of that. For example, people may not know that penicillin, perhaps the most well-known of antibiotics, its use in humans was delayed by over 10 years because they were testing on rabbits, and it has no effect on a rabbit.
Well, I see that she's on your knee there. You're in our London studio, and we're watching you on our monitor. I just want to pick her up and cuddle her, and I know she's got a lovely life now. So just very briefly, Home Office actually say this: the government's committed to upholding the highest ethical standards in relation to animals in science. The UK was the first country in the world to ban the testing of cosmetics on animals in '98. We were a key player in introducing the ban across Europe, which came to force in 2013. Just in 20 seconds, tell us about your campaign.
Okay, Nicky. For Life on Earth, we are calling for a high science debate,
but judged by
independent
experts in the relevant fields of science to basically challenge the assumption that testing on animals can predict the outcome on humans.
Well, thank you both so much, and thank you to Scarlett. I know there is strong scientific opinion on both sides of that debate, but it's certainly been a revelation to many people that this is going on in this country at the moment. Lovely to see you, lovely to talk to you,
Thank you.
and lovely to see your gorgeous dog as well.
First for news and more live Premier League football than anyone else. This is BBC 5 Live.
Good morning, it's 8 o'clock.